Opus Clips allows you to upload or paste the link to your video, and it returns back to you 15 plus vertical shorts at the length you determine, captions burned in, title and description with a score, and it's all customizable. Game changer for repurposing. Riverside FM, a podcast first platform, now offers similar AI generated clips functionality. Videos don't even have to be recorded with Riverside. StreamYard, a live show and webinar first platform that also boasts a wide array of creator tools, has recently joined the fun, offering AI clips from long form content. Let's examine the differences between these three and do a comparison in the full video. Here we are on my desktop, and I've got my How It All Works webpage up, along with the Opus Clip website, where I've already logged in and I'm actually on a free trial. Now you'll notice right here in the top of Opus, it'll tell you how many minutes you have remaining. That's the way they do their subscription plans. If depending on which plan you have, you get a lot of credits. If you're on the free trial, like this particular account, I have a different one that has a full subscription, but this one has about an hour and change. And you can always add more credits regardless of whatever plan you're on. And you can always upgrade to the next tier if you'd like. Just the way Opus does it. Used to be you could only drop your YouTube link here, and you can see that it says drop your YouTube link, Rumble link, Zoom link, whatever. You can drop whatever link you want in here. It will pull the video in and it will start processing clips. But I love the fact that you can now upload directly a video file, which you can see here. Choose a video file, MP4, MOV, MKV, WebM, and you can choose video from Google Drive if you have your Google Drive connected. This is what Opus Clip for the first page looks like. I'm gonna drag this link from YouTube for the Coaching Corner, where we had Leslie Samuel as a guest. I'll paste that link in there, and it'll immediately start to give me some options. Now, I'm not gonna actually process this particular video. I just want you to see the options. So it pulls the thumbnail. You can see the thumbnail there. YouTube account hacked. There's Leslie and myself. I get to choose the captions templates. I'm gonna try to zoom in here. You can see that this is what it looks like. These are what the templates look like, and there are many of them. Now, I personally like the Deep Diver. I really like that one. That's one that I've used many times. But I also like this other one. There's obvious reasons, because it has the purple line underneath it. And I'm told you can actually make adjustments to all of them to kind of rebrand them based on your colors. But I love the fact that you get to decide. You can actually go in and create templates as well. So this is a fully customizable experience. As I mentioned, for Opus, this is their primary business. Whereas the other two platforms that we're gonna look at today, StreamYard and Riverside, this is actually this is an add-on functionality to their primary core business. Scrolling down further, only add caption without clipping. You can actually do that. You can literally just take a video, throw it in Opus, and have them put captions on it in the style that you want and not clip it up. That's one way. Scrolling down even further, I don't do that, by the way. Scrolling down even further, you can actually set the genre of the video, and that helps the editor, helps the AI to kind of give it a certain look, feel. That's generally something to look into. Sometimes I leave that on auto. Other times I will kind of go through and give it a little bit more information. Preferred clip length is right here. But before we get to that, I want to say this. It's processing time frame. This is the credit saver. So if you have an hour-long live show, but there was, you really only want to pull clips from a particular part, like maybe it's just from the interview, or it's just from one or two particular pieces, you don't want to have it process the entire thing. So this is an hour and 50 minutes. There's a good portion there where I was just talking to my audience. There's a portion at the end where Leslie had already left. I would just want to trim this down to ensure that I'm just having Opus process the piece that I know where the value is, okay? We're going back and forth. It's natural. I want Opus to focus its attention on that, and that will save me some credits, save me some time. But then lastly, we get to select our clip length. Now, 30 to 60 seconds is pretty much a sweet spot for me. I have been playing with 30 seconds. Then I sometimes will just put it on auto and let it decide. But when I do the 30 seconds or auto, I'm doing that because I know I'm going to take the clip that Opus gives me and maybe chop it up even further or mash them up so that I get, something that's sub 90 seconds for Instagram or Facebook, or something that's sub 60 seconds for YouTube Shorts. So those are some of the things that we want to do there. You can even give it some keywords, right, that you want it to pull out or want it to focus on so that it generates even smarter clip. So that's the first. I wanted to show that real quick. I'm going to get rid of that link, and then I'm going to just kind of say choose file here. And we're going to actually have it choose a file. I'm going to go to movies. I think I have something in here. Boom, there we go. This is, I think, a 10-minute file. So it has to upload, and then it will do some processing there. While that's doing its thing, let's go and take a look at what StreamYard has done. They've added AI clips as well. And I know from my StreamYarders out there, you're going to be really excited to see this functionality, but also that we have this literally inside the studio. So we would come here to the dashboard. You're all familiar with that. We go to the library link, and in your library, you have all of your videos. This is a podcast episode that I recently streamed through StreamYard to my audience, but I recorded it with Riverside. So I have this same video here, and if I go to this video, go to edit and repurpose shorts and reels, you'll see that it has a full transcript. It'll allow me to do my own edits. This I've already covered with StreamYard before, but I do want you to see this because there is some functionality here that mirrors what we're going to see from Riverside and of course from Opus Clips. But I can do some editing. I can see the transcript, all of that stuff. Coming over back to the main screen for this particular video here in StreamYard, right? Monty and myself are here. I would simply let me go to a different video so you can actually see what this all looks like. So I'm going to go to it's better if it's an interview based video. So let's go to this one. I'm going to pause that but here is where you would see this option, AI clips. This feature is currently optimized for interview style recordings. Keep that in mind. This is very new, so this will improve. I want to give you that caveat. All my StreamYarders out there, I'm comparing it to Riverside and to Opus Clips, who have been in the game longer, right? And so you're going to see that there is some differences, but both of the other platforms had to start somewhere as well. StreamYard is simply going to catch up in this particular area, but keeping in mind, this is not their core business, not their primary business. So they may or may not take the time to really pour into this particular functionality, which is just one portion of the larger pie, which makes up the entire suite of tools that StreamYard gives us as creators. So you have this AI clips here, and you simply click on generate. Right now, that's what I have done for this. And that's why you don't see that button here anymore. StreamYard says it can generate up to 5 clips. Here, I only got 2. Now, I don't know how that is determined. Again, like I said, this is new, but StreamYard only did 2. That's okay for me. Two clips is fine. And so now that I have these 2 clips, let's take a look at what those clips look like. We're going to play one of them. So I'm saying this to somebody that's out there that's listening, and they're like, what's the bar for entry? What does he mean by monetize? The bar for entry is super low. 46 seconds. And yet the value, right? The return on the investment is everything that he just shared. Let me pause here. This is a great clip. I could absolutely use this clip. Couple of things to keep in mind. I recorded this, or better yet, streamed this it's 16:9, right? So you can see that it is not quite taking up the full vertical length, and my captions, that term My captions are burned in. I don't get to decide where they go. I don't get to decide if they're highlighted or what the fonts are. Again, they are fresh. This is a brand new feature. They're just out of the box with this. We hope that we'll see some of that functionality come to this platform, but for now, this is what we get. Let's take a look at a different one. It only gave me 2 clips, so we're gonna try another.
0. Yeah, there used to be a stipulation on
There
it.
used to be.
Yeah.
There's none any. You can live stream with a brand new account simply by verifying your phone number. That's it. 24 hours. I do it with clients all the time. 21 seconds. That's a very good clip, very succinct. There's some really good points that was made right there. And this is something that I could absolutely, in fact, I might actually put this on different social media platforms because it's just such a great clip. Now, not all the time, I don't know why in this case, most of the times when I put these clips in, it does select some clip that my guest was speaking on, but in this particular case, the 2 clips that it selected were from me, which is interesting, but that's what it looks like here in StreamYard, and that's how you would utilize that functionality. Like I said before, you would simply go to your video library, find the video that you want to take clips from. You cannot upload a video and then just take clips from it. I want to be clear on that. But you can, however, now catch me here, you can take a video that you recorded, stream that video to YouTube or whatever, or even record that video and just play it there. But either way, you have to have used that video in StreamYard. And once StreamYard has that video as a part of your library, then you can definitely take clips from it. So there is kind of a roundabout way of being able to upload videos, but that is not a ready-made function of AI clips from StreamYard at this moment. So that's what StreamYard has now. I'm coming back over to Opus. Opus has finished doing some checking and some uploading of that file. And again, we have these options. I'm going to skip to the same set of the same video that we did in StreamYard. I'm skipping to that in Opus. And then lastly, we're going to take a look at this in Riverside, where the actual podcast episode was recorded. So here now in Opus, several things to note. After it, first of all, once you give it all the parameters and you say, okay, go generate clips, it's going to take some time. It may take 15, 20 minutes, maybe a half hour, just depends on how long the original footage was that it's having to kind of parse through and figure out what are some of the clips. This is a 25-minute podcast episode, so not too long, but not short either. So it didn't take too long to process this one. You'll get an email to your email address letting you know from Opus saying that it is ready. You come in here to Opus, you can say, okay, all right, it's got them ranked. So number 1, it has a score of 99 out of 100, an A for the hook, an A- for flow, an A for engagement, and B for trend. And you can click on any one of these to kind of read through, why is it giving me that score? You can read through, why is it giving me that score? And I think that in and of itself is worth the price of entry, because for many of us, we're still learning repurposing. And this is giving you its own cheat code, its own secret sauce in terms of this is why this works. This is why. So now if you read through a couple of these, if you just take time and read through these as almost an exercise, like what I do for my coaching clients, is just go read the scores in Opus Clips. Huge cheat code here. But if you read through these, you'll start to determine, okay, that's what a good hook looks like. That's what a good flow sounds like. This is what good engagement looks like. This is how I stay on trend with what's trending in popular culture. So I'm just going to scroll to the bottom because I want to see how many clips did I get. I got a total of 20 clips from this 25-minute podcast episode. 20 clips. That's crazy. That's absolutely phenomenal. And let me see. Let's go back to the 20th clip. And so in the 20th clip, I still have a 74 out of 100 on this 20th clip. It's 22 seconds. You can see here that it's 22 seconds. And you get a low resolution preview here in Opus. You will get a much better preview when you download it. Another thing to note, it does give you a
suggested title. If you're going to take this clip and post it to social media, the power of live interaction, creating magical moments with your audience. Okay, let's take a listen to this one. This is 39 seconds.
Hey, I'm here. Let's do this thing right now.
Let's do this right now.
Captions are burned in.
I love that. Oh, you're almost kind of sort of entering, but we want to reserve that. But this is so good.
Here's the thing. I can actually take this and share this. All right. If I click on the share button, it'll process the clip and then it'll allow me to share it. If I go to export it for Adobe Premiere, and it'll export with the XML file so that you can do what you want with the captions and different things like that. But you also have the ability to just go ahead and download the video. Now, I can't download it right this second because it is rendering, but I can. So let's go here. So here, once it's processed, I have the ability to go ahead and connect my accounts, and directly from Opus, I can actually push these videos out. So they're actually adding functionality that allows you to then even use Opus as your distributor. Game changer. Here is the last one. So you can download the file, but the last option here, I want you to see this, is to edit the clip. This we did not get from StreamYard at all. Now we're inside the clip. Now maybe there's a word or two that I need to change. I get a chance to go in even from a text editor perspective, take things out, maybe rearrange some things. I can see the entire file, so I can even maybe increase it a little bit and decrease it a little bit. You have the option to do several things here just from this dashboard. And there's, it comes up with some little suggestions and things that you can do here as well. You can actually even change the design, right? Even the design, the layout settings, boom, it's portrait right now. You can change it to landscape. You can even change it to square, right? It's taking a second to load those when I click them. But most people are going to be using this in 9:16 format. And so that's probably where you want to keep it. But you have the opportunity to do those things and make those changes. You can make this your own. This can be your repurposing video editor if you so choose. That's really clutch. So I wanted to make sure you guys get a chance to see all of this. Now, how does it compare to Riverside? I'm so glad you asked. So here we are in Riverside, and I will say to you that Riverside is actually where I recorded the original files. This is where Monty connected in. I was there. This is how I do Why I Go Live podcast. So here I have the file itself. I want you to know, let me go back to the main screen, that I can, right here, you can see upload. I can upload my recording in Riverside. If I've recorded it elsewhere, if I recorded in Ecamm, if I recorded in StreamYard, doesn't matter where I record, I could record the video directly to my camera, take the video, upload it to Riverside, and it will come into this library of videos here. And take that video now that I've uploaded it, and I simply can select Magic Clips. I can just click on Magic Clips and it will give me a set of AI generated vertical clips with captions burned in that I can manipulate if I would like to, or just export them as is and use them on social media. In this particular case, I clicked generate from the Magic Clips. That's what they call it. They call it Magic Clips. That's their AI generated clips. And it came back with 5. So StreamYard gave me 2, Riverside gave me 5, Opus Clip gave me 20. So just keep that in mind. But if you look here on this screen, when I click on the actual clip itself, I'm taken to the editor before I'm prompted to export it. So I can definitely go through and
great line from I went live and boom, this happened.
All right, so now I've got some captions on screen. Okay, maybe I don't want those captions. Maybe I don't want it like that. Maybe I want it to look like this. All right.
I ended up in this space or whatever it might be. Share with us.
The idea is you have full functionality. You have full control, I should say, over the look, feel of what the end product is. You get to fully edit your video here. And you can, again, as I mentioned, increase it, decrease it. You can splice clips together. There's a lot of functionality you have. And to be clear, unlike Opus, Riverside does have the ability for you to be able to go into the system with your guest and record your entire podcast or entire content, whatever that might be. You can go into the system by yourself and just record you, or you can upload your videos. So you have a number of ways you can kind of engage with that content. So we've looked at StreamYard, we've looked at Opus Clip, and we've now looked at Riverside's, all of them doing AI repurposing, AI clip generation from your long form content, giving you something that you can post as a reel, as a short, TikTok, whatever platform you would like. What do you think? I'll let you be the judge in terms of which one is the winner, which one kind of comes out on top. I've got my thoughts. I'm going to share them with you just now. AI clips in each platform have varying levels of usefulness as each service continues to mature. Opus, in my opinion, leads the pack, but for many, that won't be a deciding factor. Current Riverside and StreamYard users will use what's available to them at no additional cost. I, on the other hand, use all three. In fact, Riverside is where I record the Why I Go Live podcast, as I mentioned. Click this video right here where I show my online interview podcast creation process with Riverside FM. We walk through all the details and functionality, even more in depth than what I showed in today's video. Head on over there. Go. I'll see you over there.